Hello everybody, my name is the Deuteron Doctor. Sorry for my voice, I'm sick, my throat's dry, my nose is stuffy, etc, etc. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about how to play Slosher. Slosher is actually a fairly easy slosher to get into, despite the fact its kit got absolutely demolished in Splatoon 3. Slosher is a fairly attack-heavy weapon. You want to try to apply pressure without actually pushing in too far. You don't want to push in without your teammates supporting you, especially as a Slosher. But generally, it is an attack-heavy slosher. It kills fairly easy. In about 2 to 3 sloshes, you can kill an enemy. Be careful about going too close because you don't have a bomb like you did in Splatoon 2. You have toxic gas.
I think he means toxic mist. That should be fine as long as he didn't make the same mistake multiple times. Surely he didn't, right? Right?
And you have Inkjet, which, don't get me wrong, Inkjet is pretty good for Slosher, but it's not really amazing for Slosher. It brings some added mobility options to it, but the fact that it doesn't have a bomb really hinders it, especially the fact that it doesn't have a lot of range to begin with. The only way I could see you playing the Slosher with its current kit is pretty supportive, but it doesn't really help the weapon. But I can't knock it because I haven't seen anybody play the Slosher depending on the kit. Don't play it depending on the weapon. Play it depending on the kit, unless you absolutely want to play it depending on the weapon. But I would use the toxic gas.
It's toxic mist. It's fine. I guess people do make mistakes twice in a row. That's no problem at all.
To slow down enemies, and you can track them while they're in the gas.
Oh my god, he did it again. It's toxic mist, not toxic gas.
Same with the tracker, the thing that you throw and it tracks people. You can do that with the toxic gas.
You can't even go 12 seconds without calling it the wrong name. It's toxic mist. And if I have to come back here one more time, things are going to get very ugly.
But it only tracks them while they're in the bubble. But it'll deplete their ink, and it'll let you rush in and get them. Generally, the Slosher is okay, at best, right now. The best modes for the Slosher are, in my opinion, going to be Clam Blitz and Rainmaker. The reason for this is because the Inkjet can easily defend a Rainmaker carrier or a super Clam Boulder. The Slosher is exceptionally good at applying pressure when you're trying to push into a base. And if you have your teammates with you, the Slosher can do fairly well as a assault weapon or even a support if you're daring to do that. The reason it's not great for tower control or splat zones like the regular Slosher is because of the lack of painting options it has. Slosher has almost infinite amounts of painting options, but the Slosher really only has the main weapon. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for splat zones and tower control. The best gear for the Slosher is going to be Ink Saver main, quick respawn, ink resistance, sub defense up, last ditch effort, and object shred. The reason for Ink Saver main is Slosher goes through ink way faster than Slosher does in my experience, but that depends on how you play the weapon. If you play it like an assault weapon, you're going to go through ink a lot more. The reason I didn't put swim speed or run speed is because it doesn't have a lot of range to back up having that speed in the first place, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. I could see spots where you put run or swim speed in, but for this weapon generally you shouldn't. Quick respawn is great because Slosher is good at applying pressure. And what better way to apply pressure than to always be on the stage? The reason for ink resistance and sub defense up is for the same reason as the Slosher, as in if you're trying to escape, it's very hard to do that with a Slosher that doesn't paint very good lines. Not much more I could say about that. Just make sure if you don't have those abilities on your gear, try not to put yourself in a position where you'd have to need them. Reason for last ditch effort is because of the fact that it goes through ink fairly fast, lets you paint a lot more, lets you be more mobile during the last 30 seconds of a battle. And the reason for object shredder is the same reason as the Slosher, only because Sloshers are already pretty good at destroying the objects like beacons and what have you. So having object shredder never hurt nobody. Overall, the Slosher is a decent slosher for the game it's currently in. Yes, it was better in Splatoon 2, but there's not really much we could do about that now until it has an alternate kit. But anyway, my name is the Deuteron Doctor. and I will see you later. Bye!